I'm going to show you how to set up custom enforcement profiles for different devices like a Nexus switch, OpenGear, an ACI, Cisco WLC, and also Cisco Prime. So probably what you want to do first is you probably want to go in and add in all your devices, right? So add in, this could be, let's just make it up and say this is a Nexus switch 1. And add them in with your TACACS shared secret. Okay, so add in your devices, all your devices, and then you want to make a device group. So I could say add, and this could be my Nexus device group. So what you can do here is, instead of just doing a subnet, unless if, you can do a subnet if all the Nexus devices are in a particular subnet, but what you can also do is list, and then you can find all of your Nexus switches and add them into the group. Okay? So I would create your devices first, then put them in groups, and then we can create our custom profiles. Now, we're creating custom profiles here for OpenGear, Nexus, Cisco ACI, Cisco WLC, and Cisco Prime. You can see that most of these, like the Cisco Nexus, just uses shell. So very much like the regular Cisco 3560 switch that we set up earlier in our first video here on TACACS, we only use shell, so we don't have to add in a custom dictionary or anything. But for OpenGear, we do need to add in a custom dictionary. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a custom dictionary, and then I'm going to show you how to make custom profiles for all these other devices. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll go to Administration, and then we're going to go down the Dictionaries. We're going to highlight TACACS Plus Services, and we're going to click Import. Now, I sent you a file for the OpenGear, so I have that on my desktop here. So I'll select that file. I'll click Open, and then I will click Import. And you will see that it added it in here. So that's the first step. Then we're going to go into configuration, and we're going to create these custom profiles. Now, in our last video, we created this TACACS profile just for a regular Cisco, Catalyst switch, right? So this is what we set up. What we did was we created 2 profiles, right? This one is privilege 15, and in the drop-down box we selected shell. And you can set custom commands in here, right? If you don't want to lock it down to certain commands, you just check this Enable All button. So these are things that we set up before with the custom profiles. But let me click Cancel here, and let's show you how to set up a new one for these other devices here, like our Nexus. So what we can do is, we're now under Configuration, Enforcement Profiles. We're going to click Add. In the drop-down box, select TACACS. In here, we can just type Nexus. And from our device group that we just set up earlier, we can select Nexus devices. Okay. And now our service is going to be, we're going to select 15 because we want to be in privilege mode for this. And we're going to select shell. And here we're going to select shell. And what you can type right in here is roles. And the value can be, you have to type network -admin and then VDC-admin. Then you click on Save. In commands, we're going to leave it on shell and enable. And then we're going to click Save. Okay, so I already set up a Nexus profile in here that already exists. But that's how you would set up the Nexus. Let's go to OpenGear. So what we would do at OpenGear, we'll click on Add. It's going to be a TACACS-based enforcement policy. We can name it OpenGear. We can give it privilege level. We'll select OpenGear. Now shows up since we add it into the dictionary. And what we can do here is type will be OpenGear. The name can be, can either do, see if we can do priv level in here, just because it says privilege level equals 15. But what we do is we select group name equals, and then we type users, and then space, custom. Click save, and then save. And now we created our OpenGear. Okay. So let's clear this out, make sure it shows up. And actually type. So here's our OpenGear that we set up. Okay. So the next one we'll do, we'll click, let's clear this out, and let's click Add, and we can do TACACS Plus. This is going to be ACI. I don't know if you want to name it Cisco ACI, and we could say read write. Again, you should have a device group that we could put these in. If you would have created that, it would show up in this list. Services for read write, we're going to go 15. We're going to go shell because this is just shell. And Excel. And I think what we need to do in here is type in, I think it's Cisco-AV-pair. You'll have to confirm this, I'm not 100% sure. And then it's domain equal all /admin. Okay, so let's clear that out. And that was ACI. So read write ACI. We can make another one. TACACS enforcement. ACI. Read only. Again, select your group. Oops, services are 1. Shell. Cisco-AV-pair. Domains equal all // read all. Okay, click save. For Cisco WLC, click add. And what you may want to do, which it will be easier to find all the things that you created, is you could type your company name in here in the beginning for all these custom profiles that you make, and then when you do a search, you could just do a search starting with your company name, and it will only pull up the ones that you created. Again, you would select your device group, anything that is a Cisco wireless LAN controller. We could go in here and say, again, privilege 15. We could say, so this one's going to be all. and we're going to select WLC common. We're going to select roll 1, and the value should be equal. Okay, we can do another one. Select your group. Select one. Select Cisco WLC common. Roll 1, and the value is monitor. All right. And for the Cisco Prime, since there are so many things that we need to add in, I have an Enfrocement profile here that I mailed to you. So all you have to do is, click on Enfrocement and Profiles, and then click Import, and choose the file that I sent to you. Click Open, and Import. And let's look for that. And it puts it in brackets when you import it here. Usually things that are in brackets are built into the system, but we did import this. So you can see that all of your task settings are in here. So this is your custom TACACS profile here. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any more questions. Please let me know. Thanks.